Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on Farming Simulator 25. We've moved forward to November now and we've got some more jobs to get on with. Some lime spreading. One of the fields needs lime, so we'll do that first of all. We've also got some things to sell again. We've got the eggs and I think the canola oil as well is to be sold in November, so we're going to have some more good income coming in. We've got fertiliser in here at the moment, so we'll drop that off and we'll go and collect some lime. We can fill that up from our lime production, which will probably need some more stone going into that fairly soon because I think we've used up most of the lime it produced. But yeah, there's no major rush because I think we've only got one field that needs lime this year. So yeah, that's not too much of an issue there really. I don't have precision farming on this series at the moment, but I don't really think there's much point putting it on now because I think we're getting through the series. There's not going to be too many more episodes left, I wouldn't have thought, on this one. I don't really see the point of putting it on so close to the end because it means still sampling every field just for maybe one harvest. I don't know. I think I'll just leave it as it is for now and then start the next series with precision farming on. And that's the best idea really. So here we are at the lime fill point. We'll get that filled up and I'll go and spread this field with lime. I'll show you which field it is. Field 36, it was a soybean field that needs lime, so we'll go and get that done now. So we've got that field all spread with lime now, and we'll move on to selling some products. So we've got the eggs, like I said earlier, to sell, and also we've got the canola oil, I think, to sell. So we'll go and get them loaded up, and also the eggs loaded up, and we'll take them to the sell point, probably the farmer's market. Usually is the best price because of the bonus we get there. Just going to reverse this into a position to get loaded, and we'll use the forklift on board to load the trailer. That case tractor will probably have to move out of the way though. Just drop the forklift off and yeah, I'll jump into the case and move that. And then we'll get the eggs loaded up. So yeah, there's not a huge number of eggs there, but it's a decent amount. Still be worth quite a bit. But I imagine there'll be quite a lot more canola oil to sell, so that should bring in quite a good amount. It won't have finished processing though, it never does seem to have done, but by this time of year, let's just actually have a look to see how much canola we've processed. We've still got 22,000 litres left to process, so there's going to be quite a few more pallets to spawn at a later date, but we'll get what we can sold today. And yeah, the eggs, there's quite a few of these, so I'll get these loaded up now and taken to the sell point. all loaded now with the canola oil and the eggs, so we're about to get these sold at the farmer's market and we'll find out what we get for these. I'm still a bit concerned because this problem with the strapping hasn't been sorted yet, and I'm always concerned that the pallets are going to fall off the trailer. I'm not sure whether these are all strapped or not. Sometimes they seem to work, sometimes they don't. I really don't understand why, but it's definitely a bug that's appeared recently and it does need to be fixed. Anyway, let's get these sold. There we go. So wow, 200,000 for that in total, for the eggs and the canola oil. Very, very good. That's brought us up to 620,000 there in total. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that. It's excellent. And the other thing we've got to sell today probably is the straw. I should probably just double check the price on the straw. I think we could probably sell it today. And we've got a lot of straw to load. Let's just have a quick look at the prices. So yeah, into menu, let's have a look. S for straw, can't be far away. Oh, it's in the crop section, isn't it? I think, yeah, there it is. December is the best price for straw. Well, I could still load it today, although my biggest fear is that it will all fall off the trailer if the straps don't work correctly. I really don't like this at all, because I do rely on the straps a lot. I do a lot of transport of pallets, loading of pallets and bales and wood. So to not have the straps working correctly is quite concerning when you're doing a big load. You don't want to lose it all, that would be a disaster. And very frustrating. So I don't know whether I should risk it or not. But they're going to have to be sold at some point. Worst case, we'd have to use an auto stacker, but that means renting one again. Or buying one, but I'd rather rent it really because it doesn't get used enough to really warrant buying it. But yeah, we won't sell it until December. We could get it loaded now, I suppose. As long as it's strapped. What I'll do, I'll load a few and just see if I can get them to strap properly. If they don't strap properly, then it's going to be quite off-putting. Because I don't want to lose it. The worst thing is if I got a full trailer load of straw on and then went around a bend and they all fell off. That would be very, very annoying. So yeah, I don't know about that really. I hate it when there's these bugs all the time. These bugs really annoy me because, especially when it's something that you use a lot. Sometimes it's not too bad, like the train bug wasn't really an issue to me, but I'll just get rid of this bale. This one seems to have glitched into the bale spike. Hopefully it'll go into the mixer there, the feed mixer, or not. Let's try and reverse the feed mix, but actually the cows probably need some more feed mixing for them, so maybe it's worth just doing that while I'm here. There we go, it's gone in good. Oh, now I'm hitting the telehandler. Let's get back in the telehandler. And what I'll do then, I'll mix some TMR now quickly, get that fed to the cows, and then we'll go over with the telehandler to start loading some of the straw bales and hope for the best that they actually do work, because yeah, it's like I said, I don't really want to load a whole trailer load and then find out they're not strapped properly and that you can't strap them. Yeah, for me personally, that is one of the most annoying bugs so far in the game, because it's something I do a lot. So that's why I suppose it's like everything really. If it's something that you do a lot and then it gets bugged, it is very annoying. Whereas if it's something that you don't really do, then it's not the end of the world. So yeah, for me personally, this is one of the worst so far. It seems to be a bit of an intermittent bug though, because sometimes it does work. I'm pretty sure some of those pallets were strapped that I just did them, but definitely some weren't. I think it's worse with some products than others. I think the wooden beams are one of the worst things. They don't strap at all, I don't think. Or at least not very well. I seem to lose a lot of those. Other things, not so bad. Haven't tried bales yet, so I don't know how well they will work. But we're about to find out. Once I've finished doing this mixing, we'll go and load some bales and see if they can, see if they strap. I'm not sure whether they will. Hopefully they will, but who knows. So yeah, like I say, I'll just quickly get this mixing done and then we'll go over and load some straw. got quite a few bales there loaded. Just want to make sure. Oh, yeah. The other thing is, yeah, we're having a few issues with the stack, as you can see. Yes, every single time I move a load, the next lot falls down due to the weird physics of bales on this game, which I have discussed before in a previous video. Now I've ended up with 5 bales. I only wanted 4. Yeah, so we'll get rid of that one. What I was going to say was, before I got rudely interrupted by the sack falling over again, was I was going to just test to make sure that these bales are actually strapped onto the trailer, because I don't really want to load any more if they're not properly stacking or strapping onto the trailer. I'm not sure the best way of doing this without accidentally pushing them off if they are not attached. But I'm just going to give them a little nudge just to see if they move. And they are not stacked. They're not strapped. Didn't think they would be. I'll just try something else. Just sometimes it seems to work better when you unstrap and then strap again. See, it's very weird, this. Definitely made it worse since the last update. Are they strapped? That might have strapped them, although the straps don't appear to be showing as strapping on all of them. There's a few straps that aren't, they're sort of clipping through the bales rather than actually going over the bales. But that does actually seem a bit better. So yeah, I think if you strap using the L key in the cab of the vehicle that you're strapping onto, it does seem to work better. I think they are strapped now. Good. Okay, so we'll continue and just have to make sure that we keep strapping from in the cab of the lorry rather than just manually strapping each one. I really do, like I said before, hope they fix this bug fairly soon, because it is frustrating. But I think we can hopefully sort this out. We'll get a full load on. Obviously not going to sell them today though, because the price is better in December apparently, so we'll wait until the price improves a bit more. Oh no, another problem. Now the top of my bell spike is caught. I was having much more luck with that when I was time-lapsing. I always find when you're actually trying to do some narration over the top and work at the same time, it is a lot harder work. I'll have to restack these, but I'll do it now. I'll go back to time-lapse again and I'll just get on with this quickly. This is the final load of bales going on, and then we are fully loaded. I'm just starting to wonder though whether I should just sell these today. I'm just worried that it might not happen, but if I go out of the game and then reload next time, if the straps fail and they all fall off again, that would be bad. So maybe I should just sell them now. I know it's not quite the best price, but it almost is. It's going to make a fairly small difference really. And then I'll guarantee that these get to the destination safely and don't all fall off and I have to reload them, because the last thing I want to have to do is load all these again, because it's got more to load there, which is going to take some sorting out because it's not a very good pile anymore. It was a good stack, but they've all collapsed. So yeah, what we'll do, we will get these sold today. It's not like I'm desperate for the money anyway. I think at this stage of the game we don't have to worry too much about selling it on the exact best price. I think the second best price of the year is not too bad. And it's with straw as well, the price changes so little through the year that it's like a few pounds different really. And the best price was 150 and it's currently £136, so it's only what, £20 difference, not even that. £16, £15 difference, I don't know. Not a lot. So yeah, it's worth selling them and guaranteeing that they get to their destination. I think these are all strapped. I think they would have probably fallen off by now if they weren't. Although probably will speak too soon there. But yeah, this is a pretty good load. What we've got, 360,000 litres of straw. Many bales. So yeah, it's a good load. And these are going to the animal dealer, which is not too far away either. It's just around here. Some to be a bit careful though on the turns, because they are, even if they are strapped, it could still overbalance, because it's quite top heavy. This I've gone 4 high to get as many on as possible. I think this is about the limit of what the trailer will hold. So yeah, pretty good load of straw. This biggest load I've sold. I don't know how those two have sort of popped out the side. When I put them on, I'm sure. Oh, they were the ones that probably fell when I was talking before I did my second time up there. So yeah, they got a bit messed up, but the rest of them look relatively neat, good enough. Looks like there's a cotton field there, so ready to harvest. But we're not really doing cotton on this series as much as on the multiplayer. Right, the animal dealer is just up here, and well, past the grain mill. Oh, that's the other thing. We've got the flour from the grain mill to sell. I imagine that's probably at its best in around December, so probably next month. In fact, we might even go there next to remind me to sell that. If the price is best in November or December, I think we'll probably just pop into the flour mill or grain mill to have a look to see how many pallets there are and get them loaded. Because of course we have our forklifts already on board, so we've already got the forklift to load them. And then we do need to sell the rest of the bales as well, of course. But yeah, I'll have a look to see the flour production to finish the episode off. Anyway, finally, a little bit further than I thought, but yeah, we're here at the animal dealer now, so we'll get these bales sold. Not going to be expecting mega money here, but it should be reasonable. It's just a byproduct of the straw, of the wheat, really. It's not a major thing. Yeah, 48,800. So yeah, about what I expected, really. Not massive, but not bad. And that's brought us up to 671,000 in the bank. Okay, final stop of the day is the grain mill. We'll just have a look to see how many pallets of flour we've got. This will be my first flour that I've sold, because in the multiplayer series the flour is going straight into the bakery. On this series we haven't got a bakery, so the flour is just going to be sold as it is. But it's still going to be worth more than just selling the grain from the wheat and the barley as it is. That was the reason for doing it. Yeah, it's taken all this time to get the load sold. It's been a while since I took some grain into the grain mill. So let's have a look to see how many pallets we've produced. Should be a full load, I would have thought. Oh wow, okay, yeah, we've got quite a bit of loading here to do. Yes, we need to get that loaded. It's going to be a bit of a pain with those pillars in the way. I didn't realise that it would have those pillars there. Hope I can load those okay without too much issue. But that is a lot of pallets, and I bet there's more as well. That'll just be some of them. There'll be even more than that because of the ones that are in the sort of queue to spawn. Yeah, we've got quite a few pallets to load. And let's just quickly check the price of the flour. It's December, okay, so yeah, we'll get these loaded next time and sold. But there we go, I think we'll finish the episode there. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.